of what I like to practice for myself and share here on the YouTube channel. So thanks for joining. I'm trying to change perspective a little bit, and instead of being late for presentations and live stream, be a little bit early. So we're a few minutes ahead here. Just take the swing. First thing we're going to do is actually warm up a little bit. So with some fit and flow, putting the arms out in front in Namaskara or palms together facing out. And just lower yourself down. Legs are separated slightly, about shoulder width, a little bit more than shoulder width. You're pushing back on your hips to get the extension there in the backs of the legs and looking forward. Then drop your head there, looking down at the ground. Once you're in a good spot, you find you're getting the full activation here on the shoulders and the backs of the legs. Now, when you deep belly breathe here, you can go a little bit further out, pronouncing the arch and lower back, which is quite nice. Just be careful doing it. And now we'll swing off to the left with an exhale. Just slightly twist here. Inhale back to center. Take a breath here. And exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. And now again, this time staying out there a little longer. Exhale breath, swinging out to the side. Now stay here for a breath. Hold it there. Do a little activation in the shoulders, twisting, rolling to one side. Inhale back to center. And exhale again, off to the side here. Again, holding for a breath. And now back to center. And coming up. And now we will do some squats and movement here, a little bit more for the legs, and the same thing with the extension of the shoulders. So lowering ourselves down into a chair position, and then coming up and pushing outwards. Really pronouncing that shoulder extension. Again, pushing back on the hips. Don't go too far forward. Keep good alignment. And coming back, inhale. And exhale, going out. One more time. Exhale, pushing out there. Take a breath, hold it there. Try to get the body at a 90-degree angle. That means the torso parallel to the floor, the legs running perpendicular. And now, next breath, bend the knees, inhale, coming up. And let's get into the swing here. So, again, a little bit of fit and flow. Remember, always use the thumbs to get in and out of the swing. Do not hop into the swing. It should be waist level because we'll be doing inversions here today. And we want to do a little something to warm up the upper torso before making a move from here. So using our own body weight, we'll just lift the elbows here and push the hands together. This works the pecs, the outer pec area that we don't get a lot of attention to normally in yoga. But we're just using our own body weight. It's a nice way to condition into this area. So a few more. Now adding the breath. Exhale as you bring the hands together, the fists together. Keep the elbows raised. And one more time. Hold here for a couple breaths. You want to challenge yourself? Make it a boat. Stick the legs out. And back down. Kind of just back up the camera a little bit here. I see I pushed the boat out too far and lost my feet. Okay, so there we go. That looks good. And now we'll get back into the yoga swing here. And just to warm up with something for the lower back a little bit, we will do, this is an extension. So lifting out like we just were with the boat. Of course, try to capture the whole boat in the camera here. Patience, please. Yogic breathing. Meditative stance for the camera angle. Okay, back in, and we will go here for the fit and flow boat. So laying back, holding on to the straps here, get yourself in a horizontal position. Don't let the head fall back. Keep the chin up, raised just slightly, and coming up. Inhale. If you have straps on the side, this is quite handy because you can really focus more on the core. Just use like a finger to hold yourself there for balance, just to be sure. And a few more. Remember, exhale breath as you're bringing the knees up. Really compress all the carbon dioxide out of the lungs. And one more. If you notice any uncomfortable moments there in the spine, just be careful. You can always do a variation of this, just seated upwards and extend the legs like this. It also works. I like to go the full boat, so to speak. Now from here, we'll warm up the lower back with a back bend. So just staying here where you are. You need to make sure your glutes are just in the center of the swing. Lower back, and this is inverted bow. So grabbing our toes here. And just enjoy this. Really nice way to get a deep back bend, supported with a swing. A few more breaths here. And now when you're ready, hold on to the swing and really concentrate. Make sure you're inhaling as you're lifting up to avoid getting dizzy. Okay. And now we'll go back down. We're going to do goddess and carousel. Did a short recently, and I think it would be nice just to cover it here. So go back all the way. Make sure you have your clearance for your head. Soles of the feet are together. Knees are locked on the strap. Got a good distance here for your head. And now the goddess, to do this, you stay here. Just bring your knees together and you grab the straps and pull yourself up. So you can do it in a couple grabs or one grab, whatever works. So there we are. We're in the goddess. We can hold position here. That's quite comfortable. Fully supported because you have the knee and the upper thighs braced as well as the elbows catching onto the straps here. And you can adjust your stance accordingly. So stay here for a few moments. And now release. And now we're going to release one leg out. So that means rolling one leg out and keeping the other one tied in. So this is what I like to do before. Getting into carousel is just kind of a half. I call it a sideways, half inverted dancer pose. But you grab your pinky toe and your large toe here. That way you get the balance of the shoulders pulling back in the same way. And really nice chest opening, back opening here. So we'll do this on both sides. Don't worry. You'll get to the other side. First, we're going to come up from here. Inhale. Just one strap. The strap is not tied to the leg. And place the shoulder here. Just on the strap. Opening the arms. And then this leg is wrapped. You can extend it. Lay back. And just enjoy. Stay here for a couple breaths. And when you're ready, lowering down. I always say the exit is important as the entry. So the important thing here to do is just recalibrate. So lower yourself down, get the other knee tucked in under the strap. Make sure your feet are touching. And now you may want to take a break from here. I can understand. It's been very intense on the leg. But if you want to continue just the sequence directly, that's fine. Otherwise, go to child's pose, hit pause, and come back and join us here. So just an idea, intermission, optional at this moment. Okay, so if you're here and you want to continue, you just do the same thing. We're going to go up to goddess. So feet together, knees coming together, grabbing the straps, and up to a nice position here. Staying for a couple breaths. And now this time, this leg is going to stay wrapped, and this one we will unwrap. So lowering ourselves down. And again, grabbing the pinky toe, large toe here. Open the shoulders, pull the shoulder blades back. Just enjoying and relaxing here. The important thing is always have confidence in your straps. Always make sure you have a brace, a contact point, and just enjoy the pose and the freedom of the aerial swing. It's quite nice. And now open your eyes. We'll come up. Hands on the leg that you just were holding the toes. Melding our shoulder into the strap here for support. And then once you're there, just leaning back, opening the arms, and raising the other foot. Stay here for a couple breaths. And when you're ready, grab the strap, lower the legs, come back around the center. You want to get this other knee hooked in here for safety and a nice exit. So if you have to adjust the strap a little bit, get the soles of the feet touching. And now the tricky part here, what can be tricky, is you've probably lost a bit of space there in the knee pit, as I call it, between the thigh and the calf. So you've got to release a little bit the feet, bringing them down to create a little space so you can get your hands in here. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to lower yourself out of the swing gracefully. So now we'll open the legs, and just for a final pose here, go for the star pose, which means just the thighs against the straps, arms are out, or if you want to, you can take the arms, do little shoulders as well, lacing the fingers together. This is a very nice, relaxing pose, a little less intense because you don't have the straps quite so tight around the legs. And now open your eyes, reach up for the straps here, bring the feet together, and you want to tuck your chin and your knees, and then just lower yourself down into child's pose. After so much inversion, of course. I would like to say just put the hands behind you, palms facing up, head to ground, seated on the heels, and take a good long number of breaths here just to reset. And now inhale coming up. And hands to our heart. Namaste. Thank everyone for joining. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Michael Sands Yoga and Adventure channel. And hope to see you again soon. I'll be putting on the calendar more sequences and shares. And we'll be going after a special focus shortly of advanced peak poses using the aerial swing. I did a test the other day, a spontaneous share of such a class. And I think it's a way forward. It could be an interesting thing to develop a bit, the more advanced asanas with the aerial swing. So look forward to that and have a great day. Namaste.